Last class, what we have seen? What are the things we have studied last class? Shreyas? Yes, Shreyas? Gone immediately when I asked the question. Ojaswini, you were there last class?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, issues. Internet issues.
I need to believe it. But don't take advantage of that. Because slowly, I will keep faith on that, but trust also. I will lose trust if you keep on telling me the same reasons. Mohit?
Ma'am, we made a this thing diagram of cell.
Hmm.
Then we wrote about main components of cell.
So what are the components we have learned?
Ma'am, we have learnt about cytoplasm, cell membrane, cell wall.
Cell wall. Okay, only these three we have written, right? So I have explained, not in much detail, but I have explained what are the components of the cell, animal and plant cell separately, as well as you have written down the this one points explained in detail. That is, one is cell membrane, plasma membrane, and the second one is cell wall. Third one is cytoplasm. One more thing you can write down in the cell membrane. Cell membrane is made up of proteins and fats. So write down the point in this one, cell membrane. Write down there one point more extra. That is, cell membrane is made up of proteins and fats. And cell wall. Completed cell membrane?
Yes, ma'am.
And write down in cell wall, it is made up of cellulose. Cell wall is made up of cellulose.
Ma'am, could you repeat?
Cell membrane, in the cell membrane part, write down cell membrane is made up of proteins and fats. And in plasma membrane, write down cell wall. Cell wall is made up of cellulose.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
we got our science marks.
how much you got?
19.5.
19.5, good. 0.5,
Thank you,
where you
ma'am.
lost?
Sir didn't tell that.
Okay, they have not told. Fine, fine, good.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, even I got.
Yes, Aniksha?
Ma'am, I got 18 out of 20.
18 out of 20, very good.
Ma'am,
Pragya? Yes, who are there? Pragya?
Ma'am, 20.
You already told. Mohit Ram also told. Amitabh?
Ma'am, 20.
20, very good. Milan, Mona, have you got your results?
Ma'am, I've got 35 out of 40.
35 out of 40, okay. Milan? Not getting your voice.
Ma'am, Milan has got 29.
29. Why Milan? Ojaswini?
Ma'am, 37.
37. 3 marks we lost. Monica?
Ma'am, I didn't get my marks yet.
Yet you didn't get. Kritik? Kritik, how much you got? No. Tanmay?
Yes, ma'am.
How much you got?
Ma'am, 29.
29. Tanmay, you are from which school?
I'm
NCFE, right?
Yes.
Aryan, yours just now done. You are in this one only, no? Gitanjali.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Gitanjali just now completed. Any others? Done? Exams? Surya?
Ma'am, 20.
20. Good.
Ma'am, I got 33 out of 40.
33 out of 40. What happened? 7 marks? Miss Kanchi? Can you show me your paper? It was
Ma'am,
objective
it
only,
was
no?
no, yes, ma'am, it was objective one.
Okay. So where you lost this many marks? 7 marks.
Ma'am, actually, there were two different tests, ma'am. So together combined, it was like 20 marks each.
Okay. Okay, fine. So we'll continue for the cell membrane, cell wall done. Now cell wall. One thing I will explain you one more thing. That is what happened in cell membrane and cell wall. Cell membrane is somewhat flexible. It can easily bend, and it will allow some.
I got 18.
Okay, 18 you got. Very good. 20. So cell membrane or a plasma membrane will allow few substances to move. It selects the substances which has to move out of the cell or inside the cell. And cell wall is actually a rigid structure. It is a dead cell. It is actually made up of a dead cells, dead components, cells, dead components it is made up of. So it will allow everything to in and out. Actually, what happens, cell wall is necessary for the plants because plants cannot move in adverse conditions. Just like a temperature change, wind is there, rainy season. At that time, they can't move and protect themselves. So there is any protection is needed from these adverse conditions to survive, to stay stationary, to stay without bending. So for that reason, the cell wall is needed. One more thing, it is necessary. That is when you won't give water to the plants, and if you won't drink water for some 1 day, you don't drink water for 1 day, and so suppose 5 to 6 hours, and the plants also you have not given water for more duration, what will the change you can see? Do you see any changes in your skin cells if you don't drink
Ma'am, it will
water
become dry.
1 day only? See, 6 to 7 hours if you don't drink, or 1 day. If person is a fasting, he may not drink water. Have you seen much changes has been done? The shape of the body completely changed?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
But in plants,
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And
It
they
will
dry.
change.
they dry. But does it happen by dying? They will cut from the body?
No, ma'am.
They won't get cut from the body. There's no much changes has been seen. But the size of the trees, if you don't take a long tree, not shorter plants, shrubs. This one, if it is not provided, what will happen? The shape of their cell, this tree changes. Will the shape of the tree will change? Shape of the leaf will change? Is there any change happening?
Ma'am, the leaf dries.
Leaf dries for 2-3 days. If 1 day only, if you don't water it.
No, no
Ma'am, it
change
will
will be.
change.
Size of the tree, will it change? Size of the
No.
tree, it will shrink in size.
No,
Is that
ma'am.
happen?
No, ma'am.
So that size of the tree remain intact. That is because of the presence of cell wall. If the cell walls are absent, then immediately the tree, like this one, it will completely bend down. Cell wall is present there to protect, maintain that shape and size. Size of the cell of the plant won't change easily. That is because of the presence of this rigid cell wall. Cell wall is the outer boundary, it will remain intact. But in case of cell membrane, that will not remain intact if it loses or gains water. Single cell, the losing and gaining, if due to excess losing of water or excess gaining of the water, the size of the cell will not remain intact. but due to presence of cell wall, the size will remain intact. After gaining or losing of the water also, the size of the cell of a plant remain intact. It won't change. So that is the rigidity of cell wall helps in these cases. Okay. Cytoplasm, that is a fluid medium jelly-like substance present between the nuclear membrane, nucleus and the cell membrane is called as cytoplasm. Many cell organelles are present in the cytoplasm and where actually the biochemical activities, all the biochemical reactions are performed in cytoplasm. So write down the last point of cytoplasm. It is the site, S-I-T-E. Are you writing? It is the site, S-I-T-E, site of many biochemical reactions. It is the site of many biochemical reactions. So many biochemical reactions, that is whatever the changes, the production of protein, synthesis of protein, respiration process, generally most of the chemical reactions taken place in the cytoplasm. And those biochemical reactions are also called as metabolic activities. You might have heard the word metabolic activities. Metabolic activities, that is the biochemical reactions. In biological form, the chemical reaction taking place. So all those taken place in the cytoplasm. Now next we have to learn in detail is the nucleus. So what is nucleus? Yeah?
Metabolic what?
Metabolic activities. That is the digestion, respiration, and all other chemical reactions in our body are called as metabolic activities. Chemical reactions in our body are called metabolic activities. Okay. Now in detail we have to learn the nucleus. Nucleus is the dark spot in the center of the cell. We call it as a nucleus. Nucleus is actually the brain of the cell. Don't write anything. I am giving you the different writings. So nucleus is actually called the brain of the cell because that particular brain, particular cell, what activity it has to perform, when to perform, how to perform, which cell organelle will exist, will take part in that chemical reaction, which substance where to go, which substance will enter, which substance will move out, how it will move out, in which form it will move out, everything is controlled and explained by nucleus. So nucleus therefore, so what we have to do, how to do, everything is controlled by our brain, right? All the intellectual activities of our body, remembering or doing any logical thinking or memory calculations, everything what we are doing, everything is controlled by our brain. Similarly, the cells' activities are controlled by this nucleus. So structure of the nucleus is, nucleus at the center, it is a circular in shape, but it is boundary, it has a special boundary, specific double membrane boundary is present, that is called as nucleoplasm. Nuclear membrane. Sorry, it is the nuclear membrane. The boundary is called nuclear membrane. I will show you the structure of nucleus. This is a nucleus. Outside it is just like a structure, a spherical structure. But this outer boundary is called as nuclear membrane, and it is a double wall. Inside the nuclear membrane, there is one more. Again, at the center, there is one dark spot. which is called as nucleolus. Inside the nucleus while drawing, you have to draw like this. This is not this way. So it is double membrane with some holes in between. So these are the holes you can see. So it is double membrane. This is inside that there is a one more dot, dark spot is there. This is called nuclear membrane. This is called nucleolus. Nucleus's activity is controlled by nucleolus. And inside that you can see these thread-like structures. There is also a jelly-like substance is present. So this jelly-like substance is called nucleoplasm. Just like cytoplasm, nucleoplasm. Cell membrane, nuclear membrane. Nucleus, nucleolus. And inside that there are the thread-like substances are present. Some thread-like structures are present. So these thread-like structures are called as chromatin network. Chromatin network. These thread-like circuits, you can see these thread-like structures. So these are scattered. So these are called as chromatin network. Nucleus actually plays very important role when the cell divides. So at the time of division of a cell, these threads, this chromatin, arranged properly in a form of a pair. At the time of cell division, at the time of cell division, when cell starts dividing and forming the new cell, at that time, all these threads arrange themselves in a proper order. So they will form the structure like this. Double helical structure is formed. So this is what we call as chromosome. Have you heard word chromosomes earlier? Have you heard the word chromosomes earlier?
No, ma'am.
No? No, ma'am. You have not heard every time chromosomes. Okay, fine. No issue. Genes. Have you heard genes?
Yes.
What is genes? What is a gene?
Ma'am, that you get it hereditary from the parents, from
Yes.
the grandparents or something like that.
Yes, right. So when the new organism produces or a new child produce, you have seen the new, suppose the two parents, mothers and fathers, give birth to a child. So child's different structures of body structure, body design, it somewhat matches to the father and somewhat it also matches with the mother. So yours also, some of your characteristics, your appearance matches with your mother and some of your appearance matches with your father or maybe with grandfathers also. Grandfather, grandmothers also, it can match. So why this happens? Because when the new child is formed, that is at the time of reproduction, some components from the parents will enter to the new cell. From that components, the new fetus, embryo, fetus, and the new baby has taken place. Birth of that will taken place. So while that birth, the gametes of the parents fuse together and form the cell. And then the baby has a characteristic somewhat similar to mother and father both. That is because the genes of those parents have entered the child's body. And accordingly the development in the body, that baby's body has taken place. So therefore there are some characteristics similar to both the parents. That is, this characteristics from parents has been transferred to the children, or maybe in plants also, different animals also. So when you see from the seed of Rose plants, if you draw, rose plants, you have not seen the seeds. Seeds of any plant, suppose mango seed. If you put a mango seed into the soil and developing, it will start grow. And what will it will form? Will it form the, it will start bearing the orange trees, orange flower fruits?
No,
No,
ma'am.
It
ma'am.
will only bear the mangoes only. It is a mango
Yes,
seed, so
ma'am.
therefore it will form the mango fruit only. The orange seeds of the orange will produce the orange plant, and orange fruits will be laden with those trees will be laden with the orange fruits. They won't give the mangoes. So that is because the new orange trees fruits are exactly similar to the orange fruits of the parent plant from which that seed came from. So this similarities is because of the genetical transfer. Genes are transferred from parent plants to the offspring plants, progeny, new plant, offspring we call it as. So the characteristics has been transferred from parents to offspring. So that transfer is taken place with the help of genes. Now where are these genes available? So those genes are present on these chromosomes. The genes which are we call them as a hereditary material, which carries the characteristics of the one cell, parent cell, and when the cell division takes place, these genes will be transferred to the new cell. So those genes are present on these chromosomes. Chromosomes are not always available in this binded form, pair form. So these pair of chromosomes are formed only at the time of cell division. And other cases when that cell is not dividing, these chromosomes are present in the thread-like structures called as chromatin. Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
these chromosomes, they give the other plants, like give their plants the genetic characteristics.
Yes, these are the threads you can see. Actually, the structure of chromosomes look like this. Actually, what happens? The DNAs. Genes are made up of DNA. You have heard the word DNA?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So that DNAs, many DNAs combine to form genes. So many genes combine to form one chromosome. Clear? And these chromosomes are present in the form of chromatin network. So here I will show you. Now you can see here, this is a structure of DNA. DNA is the made up of proteins. DNA is a chemical. It is made up of proteins. DNA means deoxyribose nucleic acid. DNA is deoxyribose nucleic acid.
Ma'am, but what is exactly DNA?
DNA is a protein, molecule of protein. Many molecules of protein combine, amino acids combine together. They will form the structure like this. This is called double helical structure. So these will form, these carries the characteristics of the parents. What characteristics? Actually the forms of the proteins. Different proteins from parents body enters, they are in the form of DNA. Many DNAs combine together to form a gene. The strand of DNA is only called as gene. Many genes combine together to form they are binded in this way, histone. Then they are in the form of these threads. So what are these threads? These are chromosomes, like these threads you can see. Internal structure is this. Internal structure of this is this way. And these are actually present this way.
Ma'am,
Clear?
where is this present, ma'am?
So that's what I'm explaining right now. So these chromatin networks are always present. These chromatin networks at the time of cell division, they will combine like this way. So when cell division start, half of the chromosomes break and these half parts will enter the new cell. So this way, the genetical material will be transferred to the new cell. Now, new cell, by knowing this characteristic, all the characteristics are present on this one strand. So when this one strand, exactly replica, this strand, and this strand, both are exactly copy of each other. Whatever the characteristics are present on this, the same characteristics are present on this. So when cell division takes place, this one strand and this one strand move to the different cells. And there, according to this protein present on this chromosome, the protein will be secreted and the particular biochemical activity takes place, reactivity takes place, and the cell will start behaving according to the protein present on this structure. This is what we call as genetical material transfer. Hereditary information transfer is actually this. So everything is happening inside the nucleus. So these threads you can see, so these are the threads of, this is the thread, these are the threads. So inside, when you go inside it, it looks like this one, this structures. When you go much deeper, you can see the structures, histones. Histones, when you see inside, you will see the structure like this. So this is what the DNA is. And the different combinations of DNA molecules is called as genes. Are you able to understand? DNAs are proteins, amino acid strands, proteins. Different proteins in different ways, in a particular order, they combine, they will form DNA. Many DNAs are arranged in this form, so that will form gene. Many genes combine together to form a chromatin fiber. So this chromatin fiber combine in the form of thread-like structures, that is chromosomes. So these chromosomes are only seen when that cell is undergoing division. Clear? Are you able to understand this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So question is asked, where are the genes present? What will be your answer? Where are the genes present? Genes are present in the first chromosomes. They are present in the chromosomes. And where are the chromosomes present? They are inside the nucleus. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, this. Okay, yes, ma'am.
What? So genes are first present on the chromosomes. Genes are made up of DNA and protein. So these genes are present in chromosomes, and these chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of the cell.
Ma'am,
Yes?
DNA is kind of a protein, no?
Yeah, DNA is a one type of a protein, that means DNA and protein both. So therefore we call it as also protein also. RNA also is there, so therefore we have the word, use the word protein. Clear? This is what the nucleus is. So nucleus is a double layered covering called as nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane has pores of diameter 80 to 100 nanometer. These holes, this I can show you holes. Through that holes only the transfer of substances takes place inside and outside the cell, inside the outside of the nucleus. Yes?
Ma'am, I have a doubt in that genes, ma'am. Like, with that cell, ma'am, we'll get only our parents' characteristics now, ma'am. Then how some people they look like their grandmom or
Because
aunt or
the
something.
parents' cell have the characteristics from their grandparents.
Uh,
Ma'am, but
Yes.
ma'am,
The
but
genes,
if they don't if they don't look like those people, then how some
they
people
are,
will say they look?
no, there then you have to go through the much more detail, because every time that won't happen. There are some characteristics always carried out, but depending on the dominance, actually we carry for the same thing, we carry two genes. When our body has the two genes for the particular characteristics. Suppose you consider the color of your hair. So some people have black hair, complete black hair. Some people have gray hair. Some people have brown hair. So that is depends on that is again the genetically. They are completely depends on the genetical. Brown hair also some people have. So that is because what happens when we carry for every characteristic, there are two genes. Now, out of those two genes, one is dominant and the another one is recessive. That is a part of class 10th and small part I'm explaining. Don't get much more confused. I don't want to confuse you. Simple thing I will only tell, that is every characteristics in our body, there are two genes. Out of those two, one is dominant and the one is recessive. Maybe both are dominant or maybe both of them are recessive. Now, if out of two genes, one of the gene is dominant gene, then that dominant gene's characteristic is expressed. That means it is seen in the body. So
Yes, ma'am.
suppose for the color of the hair, there is a black color is the dominant one and the brown is recessive one. Now, if any of the parent has black and another parent has brown hair, but the gene which is present in the child, now it carries both black and brown. Sometimes what happens, whichever has the brown also, it might have the second gene as a black also. So which entered there. Now here suppose, if you combine from
Yes,
the
ma'am,
parents,
I
I will simple
understood.
thing. I will explain simple thing, no issues. Now here, if you want to combine capital T, here this is a structure and this is the structure. Now this is the cell. It has one chromosome as this gene. So this is the two genes for a one body. So now when the cell combination takes place, it will form this structure. This T will combine with this T, so it will form. This T will combine with this T, so it will form. So everything is T, 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 T is formed, right? So here, this is the black color and this is for brown color. Now in this case, what happens? Everywhere there is a black is dominant one, which is present everywhere. So whatever the number of new cells are formed, new children are formed, all of them have black hair. Because there is a one dominant characteristic is present in everywhere. So therefore, every children of these parents have the black hair. They don't have brown hair. 1 second, I'm coming. Someone is on the door. Okay, so it is depends on the which genes combines with which gene and which is dominant one. So depends on that, the characteristics will be seen. And these genes from where they got from their parents. So that gene also can be carried out to the children, grandchildren. So therefore, some of the characteristics of grandparents will be seen in the grandchildren's also. Clear? That you will learn in much detail in the hereditary part, that is in class 10th portion. Right now, I don't want to confuse to explaining you to that limit. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So here, nucleus has a double membrane, double layer, boundary. This layer. This is we call as membrane. So double layered covering, that is membrane, called as nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane has pores of diameter this much. So through that, the exchange of substances takes place. Colorless dense sap, that means the fluid jelly-like substance present inside the nucleus, known as nucleoplasm. Exactly similar to that of cell if you compare. Cell has the outer boundary covering, that is called cell membrane. So nucleus has nuclear membrane. Now, inside the cell membrane, there is a cytoplasm, jelly-like substance. Like the similar way, inside the nucleus, jelly-like substance is present. That is called as nucleoplasm. Cytoplasm, nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm contains round-shaped nucleolus. This is a nucleolus, and network of chromatin fiber. So fibers are composed of, so these fibers are made up of deoxyribose nucleic acid, that is DNA, and protein in histone. There are different proteins are also DNA, and some more amount of proteins are present in the form of histone. So these fibers condense to form chromosomes only during cell division. So these chromosomes, the pairing, so all these threads arrange themselves in a proper form. In this form they will arrange. This is what we call chromosomes. So chromosomes are only seen at the time of cell division only. Clear? Because at the time of cell division only the information has to be transferred. So therefore, they will arrange properly in this form. That is called as chromosome. So this way, by copying the chromosomes, the information is transferred to the new cell. And new cell will behave according to the information present in that, present in the chromosomes. Clear? Chromosomes contain stretches of DNA called genes. Genes transfer the hereditary information from one generation to the next. The functions of the nucleus controls all the cell activities like metabolism, protein synthesis, growth, and cell division. Nucleolus synthesizes RNA, ribose nucleic acid, to constitute ribosomes. Ribosomes is the one type of cell organelle which helps in synthesis of protein. Formation of protein, production of protein is done by ribosomes. So ribosomes are produced by these RNAs with the help of this RNA. And also nucleus stores hereditary information in the form of genes. Able to understand nucleus part? Are you able to understand the nucleus part?
Yes, ma'am.
So then write down nucleus from here. Here from this one, nucleus, these 3 points, and write down this structure of nucleus.
Ma'am, you should write the top part also.
Yeah, here, this part nucleus separated from cytoplasm by nuclear membrane, directs all cell activities, contains genetic material, that is DNA. And then the structure of, and here write the heading as structure of nucleus. Nucleus is very important part of the cell.
Ma'am,
Yes. Yes.
ma'am, in the structure of nucleus in the second point, it is written 8200 nm, ma'am.
New nanometer it is.
Okay,
10
ma'am.
to the power minus 9 meters.
Yes.
After completing this, draw the structure. This is a nucleus diagram.
Mom, I've drawn the upper one.
What?
I've drawn the upper one.
Okay. No, this one also, because this is the structure you have to draw in your cell diagram. In two-dimensional cell diagram you are drawing, so this is what you have to draw. Have you completed this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This
Ma'am,
part. Yeah.
okay, yes. Ma'am, but what is DNA, the full form, ma'am? It's nucleic acid.
Nucleic acid.
And what is that, ma'am?
It's a one type of acid.
Okay, ma'am.
This acid present in the nucleus, so it is called nucleic.
Done, ma'am. Ma'am, should we write the functions also?
Yes, you have to.
Ma'am, what time is the test tomorrow?
11:30.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, how many marks?
20 marks.
Okay, ma'am.
Completed this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Others are now cell organelles. Now we have to learn, these are the main part components done: cytoplasm, cell membrane, cell wall, and nucleus. Now few cell organelles you have to learn. In that, first one is endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum, ER, we call it as also ER. So these surrounds the nucleus.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, can you go a little bit up, ma'am?
Not finished yet?
Ma'am, last line.
Finish faster. Others, have you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay. Now, some cell organelles we have to learn. That is, out of that, first one is endoplasmic reticulum. I have shown you the endoplasmic reticulum in three-dimensional structure. So in this one, surround the nucleus, there is some vesicle structures are present. These folded structures are present. And these, and here also, these are rough and smooth. Here you can see much more in detail. This one surrounding this is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. And these are which do not have ribosomes, those are called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So its main function, this this is called RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. RER, their main function is to transport materials from nucleus and the cytoplasm. The substances are transported inside the nucleus to outside is done with the help of this RER, as well as they have ribosomes. Ribosomes' main function is to synthesize protein. So these rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in the synthesizing protein. Synthesizing means production of proteins, formation of proteins. So RER helps in the formation of proteins, as well as they exchange materials from nucleus and cytoplasm. So these are the two main functions of this RER. Then SER, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Its main function is to transport, its one thing is detoxification. First one is the formation of lipids that is fats. So first main function of this SER is to produce fats, synthesize, form fats. Then second one, if they are present in the liver cells, the main function of SER present in the liver cells is to detoxify waste material. Detoxification, that means the removal of toxic substances, is done with the help of SER. Clear? And as well as they also helps in the transportation and transportation of material from one cell to other cell. From in between the cells, the transportation is done with the help of SER and Golgi apparatus along with it. So Golgi and SER works together for they will store, pack the substances, and transportation is done with the help of SER. Clear? So here, this is a network of tubules. You can see here dots. So these dots are ribosomes. So these are the ribosomes which works for synthesis of protein. And these are here, they don't have ribosomes. So these are smooth endoplasmic reticulum and these are rough endoplasmic reticulum. They looks rough due to presence of ribosomes. Okay. Network of tubular and vesicular structures which are interconnected with one another. They all are interconnected. Here you can see the interconnections which are interconnected to one another. Some parts are connected to the nuclear membrane while others are connected to the cell membrane. So RER connect to the nuclear membrane and SER connected to the cell membrane. There are two types, smooth and rough. Lacks ribosomes, therefore smooth. They are rough because they are studded with ribosomes. Function, gives internal support to the cytoplasm. RER synthesize secretory proteins and membrane proteins. So that means that different types of proteins are secreted by RER. SER synthesize lipids that is fats for cell membrane. So cell membranes are formed from protein and lipids, fats. Protein will come from RER and the lipids that is fats will come from SER. In liver cells, SER detoxify drugs and poisons. Any poisons are there, drugs are there, those are removed with the help of SER of the liver cells. And in muscle cells, SER stores calcium ions. So calcium ions are present in the muscle cells. These are stored by SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
This is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So write it down then. Write down and then after this you can leave. After writing you can leave. And tomorrow 11:30 test. No, drawing is not needed. Completed?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Whoever completed, they can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.